Are you tired of having mismatched outlets? Sick of walking across the room because you know the outlet you want to use is broken and you still haven't fixed it?
Let today be the day we do something about that.
Today, my goal is to help you replace a 3-prong outlet with either an identical 3-prong outlet or a GFCI outlet.
But before we get started, I need to be clear about what I can and cannot help you with in this video.
I can help you replace a working outlet with a brand new outlet because it's ugly. I can help you replace a broken outlet with a brand new outlet so it's functional. I cannot, however, help you replace an outlet that is sparking or has burn marks. You need to turn off the breaker and call an electrician. I cannot help you replace an outlet that is humming or buzzing. You need to turn off the breaker and call an electrician.
In other words, I can teach you how to replace a working outlet with another working outlet. I'm a big DIY guy, but YouTube can't fix everything. If you're unsure, your life and your family's safety is worth the price of a professional. Call an electrician.
With that, let's get started. Here's the list of supplies you'll need to change your outlet. New outlet, this is your replacement. Receptacle tester, to make sure the power is shut off and you stay safe. Flathead screwdriver, to remove your outlet cover. Phillips head screwdriver, to remove your outlet. Wire strippers, to expose more wire if necessary. Electrical tape, to mark wires for future identification. And pliers, to bend existing wires. Once you've compiled all of your materials, start by turning off the power at the breaker box. This makes sure you aren't electrocuted when you're working with electrical wires in the walls. The breaker should be labeled appropriately based on the descriptions on the panel. Ensure power is off at the outlet by testing for current with your receptacle tester. If there is no light, you're good to go. If the tester lights up, there's still power going to the outlet, so you've turned off the wrong breaker. Go back to the panel and continue flipping breakers until you find the right one. Once you've found it, make sure to correct the label. Once you've confirmed that the outlet is safe to work on, remove the outlet cover with a flathead screwdriver. This exposes the interior. Remove the screws holding the outlet in its box with your Phillips head screwdriver. Pull the outlet out from the box with enough space to work with the wires, making sure not to pull too hard. Take note of what cables are connected to the outlet. Black typically means hot, white typically means neutral, and green or bare means ground. I typically do this by taking a quick picture with my phone. This is where regular 3-prong outlet replacement and GFCI outlet replacements diverge. I'm going to continue with just the regular outlet and end with replacing a GFCI outlet. Start by removing all the wires using a Phillips head screwdriver. Once the screws are loose, use your pliers to pull the wires loose from the outlet. Check and make sure you have enough bare space on each of the wires to wrap neatly around the new outlet screws. If you don't have enough, use your wire strippers to strip off more sheathing from each wire. Start by connecting your hot wires, or black, your neutral wire, and your ground wire to the appropriate screws by first bending the wire around the screw clockwise to create a tight connection, then use the Phillips head screwdriver to tighten the screw. I know which screw is appropriate because I continuously refer back to my original photo for direction. After verifying all wires are connected and the screws are tightened, gently push the outlet back into the box, ensuring the wires aren't smashed or too tightly compressed. Align the outlet with the outlet box screw holes and use the Phillips head screwdriver to tighten the outlet into place. Replace the cover on the outlet using the flathead screwdriver. Restore power to the outlet at the breaker box and test the new outlet with the receptacle tester.
You've done it. You've replaced an old 3-prong outlet with a new 3-prong outlet.
But if you instead wanted to replace your outlet with a GFCI outlet, everything is the same until you pull the outlet out of its box. This is where things differ. Instead of just matching the wires on the old and new outlet, GFCI outlets require you to figure out which are line and which are load. Line wires carry power to the outlet from the breaker box, and load wires pass that power on to other outlets. Most GFCI outlets label both the hot and neutral sides of the outlet, as well as where to place line and load wires. This is why I'm showing this replacement separately. It's not always the same one-to-one matching of the regular outlet. How do you know which wires are line or load? Ground wires always get attached to ground screws. If your outlet only has one black and one white wire, both of those are line. If your outlet has multiple black and white wires, you'll need to do a couple of things to determine which is line and which is load. Start by disconnecting all wires from the outlet. If wires are coupled with wire nuts, leave them be. Spread out all single wires so they are not near each other. Go turn your breaker back on. Now back at the outlet, use your voltage tester on each of the separated wires to see which are carrying power. If they are not carrying power, your voltage tester will not light up. Remember which are live and which are not. Do not mark them while the breaker is still on. Go back to the breaker and shut it off. Now you can label which of the wires are line and which are load. Mark the line wires, which are the wires carrying power, with electrical tape to distinguish them from the load wires. Now we are ready to connect said wires to the new GFCI outlet. Check and make sure you have enough bare space on each of the wires to wrap neatly around the new outlet screws. If you don't have enough, use your wire strippers to strip more sheathing off of each wire. Connect the wires with the electrical tape to the line screws on the new outlet by first bending the wire around the screw clockwise to create a tight connection, then use the Phillips head screwdriver to tighten the screw. Do the same for your load wires and your ground wire. Most GFCI outlets include small clamps behind the screws that you can use to attach your wires. It's often easier to straighten out your wire and tuck it underneath the clamp using the Phillips head screw to tighten it down. After verifying all wires are connected and the screws are tightened, gently push the outlet back into the box, ensuring the wires aren't smashed or too tightly compressed. Align the outlet with the outlet box screw holes and use the Phillips head screwdriver to tighten the outlet into place. Replace the cover on the outlet using the flathead screwdriver. Restore power to the outlet at the breaker box and test the new outlet with the receptacle tester. Just for good measure, use the test and reset buttons on your new GFCI outlet to make sure it's working properly.
You've done it. You've replaced a 3-prong outlet with a GFCI outlet. My goal is to help you fix minor problems in your home without having to call on a professional, whether you're a homeowner, a renter, or an investor. If you're having a problem, let me know. I want to do my best to help you. I'm Caleb the Contractor, and I will see you next time.